Hello, world. Welcome to the Daddy Love Podcast. Wherever you are in the world, dim the lights, close the curtains, grab your favorite lubricant because it is the Daddy Love Podcast with your hosts, Daddy Tony, Nick, and yours truly, Victor Yates. Everyone, it's season one of episode one. How excited are we?
Woo! That was
I'm
whack,
so excited to have.
nigga.
I'm so excited. This is gonna be
We
a good
need the
time.
same energy you had earlier today, sir.
Oh,
Oh,
Nick.
Yeah, I was the one that wasn't, and now you're dry. Come on.
I'm on a good one. I'm just
Wet your
Don't
whistle a
worry.
little bit. Wet your whistle a little bit.
For everyone at home who they may not recognize us or know our voices, let's give them something to get to know us better. So tell me your favorite place to travel and a musical artist that you're loving right now. So let's start with Nicholas.
Hi, my name is Nicholas, and I love Hawaii. Hawaii's been my favorite place in Mexico. Mexico's really
Rich.
those two. I love tropical. I'm a
Okay.
tropical guy. Beach, sunshine, margaritas, ice cold beer. That's my vibe. And I'm really feeling Kane Brown's new album right now. He just dropped a new album. Huge fan. His album is really, really good. If you're into country music, it's a good album to listen to.
Okay. Daddy Tony.
Okay, so my favorite place to travel is Puerto Rico because there are no
Of the men?
tops. Say it again.
Of the men,
It's Puerto Rico because there are no tops in Puerto Rico. Trust me, it's an island for the bottoms. They love me when I go there. I get my life. I have so much fun, if you know what I mean. And my favorite music right now is Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims is, I don't know, it's something about his music, something about how he sounds. But what I just figured out about Teddy Swims is why I like him so much is because he kind of sounds like CeeLo. And CeeLo is one of my favorite artists ever. And he's kind of stolen CeeLo's style a little bit. But that's why I'm feeling him right now. And he got a lot of good songs that I really like to play a lot.
yeah, he's got some good music.
I am really feeling Tinashe. She has a new album out. I was honored to go to Tinashe's listening party at the Meta pop-up store in West Hollywood. And I just love her creative process. And I just love that she had her viral moment like a few months ago, and she's finally getting her flowers. And she's a part of the LGBT community. And so I think it's important that we support our artists in the community.
Well, I stole her line on the show.
Okay.
Eat the booty. She said, "Eat the booty like groceries."
She did. I forgot
that
about that.
Tinashe. So
Okay.
I stole her. I stole her ish.
Wait, is that Tinashe or is that what's her name? Janae Aiko. Is that her?
Nah, I'm telling you, it's Tinashe. Look it up.
Okay, I thought it was Aiko. Okay, learn something new every day. All right, so everyone, today's episode is about sex positivity, and we're going to talk about what sex positivity actually means and why it matters, dismantling personal shame around sex, a deep dive into fantasies and kinks, and sexual fluidity. But before we get into the topics, let's talk about how we know each other.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
So I met Victor at a bathhouse. And I met Tony in LA. He was on the corner.
After a long night of cooking.
Yeah.
Right, picking you up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
How do you think I got to the bathhouse?
Listen, we were all they were all fans of mine because I was on season 1 of For the Love of Dose, and I inspired them to want to be reality stars like me. And now I was so wonderfully asked to come back, and I met these two on season 3, and I don't know, we just all clicked, and we all really had a good time with each other, and we kept in touch. And I love these cornballs, so that's what it is.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Bendito.
What a nice
Yeah.
guy. I don't remember
Yeah.
ever telling you that I was one of your fans, though.
All right. So now let's jump into what sex positivity actually means and why it matters. So I'm going to read a definition and then we can get into it.
Right, because I don't know what it means. I mean, like, I know what it is, you know what I mean? Like, I know what it's giving, but I don't know the actual definition of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for you to read it would be wonderful.
Okay. So sex positivity refers to an approach to sexuality that embraces and celebrates all aspects of sexual expression in a healthy, respectful, and consensual manner. There's 6 principles. Oh, I'm holding up all my fingers. There's 6 principles to sex positivity: openness and acceptance, empowerment, respect for boundaries, ethical sex, positive sexual experiences, and last, education and sexual advocacy. So I think kind of like a quick and cute way to wrap that up is that when
Can you explain that for the girls who didn't go to college?
Oh yeah. So like just an easy way to just
I went to
like
college, but I'm just saying.
sex positivity is the ability to have an open dialogue with someone else about their fantasies, their wants, and their needs in the bedroom.
So it doesn't mean you can be a whore and no one can call you out about it.
No, that's slut shaming.
Yes, and we don't do that here.
Okay, I'm trying to get, because you know, on the show when you call people out about their whorish behavior, all of a sudden you're sex negative.
Yes.
So I'm trying to get it clear.
Yes.
I
So
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I will say that for those of you who didn't watch the show, there were particular instances where myself and another person, we were in a heated conversation about observations. But for me, those observations had nothing to do about sex, and they had
nothing.
They had everything to do about a decision that someone made to not effectively communicate with their partner.
And I feel like
it had to do with the character of the person.
Like, and also it was a lot about respect too.
Exactly.
Like,
it's about the respect.
What went down was super disrespectful.
Exactly. And see, and that's the thing that people don't see that, or some people do see it.
It was disrespectful. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, no one had an issue with, you know, the himbo hopping or whatever it is. That wasn't the issue. The issue was how it happened, because that same himbo was kissing another daddy off in the street somewhere. Not in the streets, but you know what I mean?
He was kissing a lot.
Yes, it was off. It was off. It wasn't in front of anybody else, and nobody cared. No one had an issue with it. It's the way that it went down, and to be so okay about it is how things got thrashed in the house. How things started going bad and getting spiraled, and how I ended up
All right, we're getting too
pursuing
much into the house
somebody.
stuff.
No, but that's what it is. And so
So,
for
like
anyone to take that,
me personally, I don't know if I'm sex positive or sex negative or not. Like, I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I express certain things, it might come off as sex negative, and if I
but
express
see
other
that's
things,
also the
it might
thing.
come off as sex positive.
We're older.
Not me, girl. I didn't say you.
We have a different
Right,
outlook on
right,
certain things
right.
than the younger generation does. I
Yeah,
didn't even know what the fuck sex positive
millennials
was.
are way more open. Like they way more open
I'm a millennial dad.
about sex than we are. Because
Yeah.
I've dated a lot of millennials and they don't give a shit. Like they will have sex with you right in front of that man. They don't care. You know what I mean? Like I've been
Yeah.
invited to guys' beds, you know, like, oh, I want you to have sex with me in front of my man. I'm like, what? Like, really? You know,
And
because me personally, I would never do that. Like, I would never want someone to have sex with my man while I watch. Like, no.
and here's the thing that how things got turned around in the house and even in real life. If you don't agree with somebody, someone says we want you to come over and my boyfriend, and you don't agree, instead of just being like, okay, cool, I get it, it's not your thing, because everyone has a preference. Instead, it turns into, oh, you're sex negative, and you turn being let down into something completely just like negative, and you don't support this and you don't like this. Like it's crazy how it just gets
The narrative is crazy how the narrative
twisted
just
and
kind of
turned.
took its own, like, it was like the narrative was its own thing. Like, it just went. And I was like, because when you're in the moment in that, like, I never would have thought that was gonna come from that. You know what I mean? Like that they were gonna start saying people are sex negative and or sex positive or whatever. You know, I never would have thought that. Like that was like when that started, people started throwing those words around, it completely shocked me.
So how can we turn the conversation around if you don't feel comfortable experiencing something? How do you communicate to that person without them thinking that you are sex negative?
We can use the cop out that everybody uses. It's a preference. That's the cop out that everybody uses. It's my preference, you know, because you know, like I talked about the whole like racial thing, and people, you know, that's their cop out to say I'm not racist. It's just my preference. You know what I mean? And it's a cop out, but you can use the same cop out when it comes to, you know, if someone asks you to fist them or not, like. It's not my thing, bro.
Is it a cop out, or is it really a cop out, or is it just being truthful to what you're into and what you're not into? Because the thing is that sex is it's a very wide thing. There's all kinds of sex with all kinds of different people.
Right.
Everyone has their own kinks, their own fetishes. Some people are vanilla. And I think people have to understand, like, not everyone is gonna be into what you're into. And I think that's kind of where, like, sometimes open relationships come, because the kink isn't there that the other partners have or want, and then they love each other. I don't know. It's you're talking to
Listen,
a
to
guy that
me,
hasn't been with someone in over 2 years.
the person I was dating on the show, I respected their hustle because it was a job. Like they're getting paid to do this. You know what I mean? So I respected that part of it. What I don't respect is a lot of these guys that I know in the scene and out and about. They're all over Twitter, busting it wide open for $0.
Don't do it.
And I for the life of me, I cannot understand why you would do that. They talk about it's a naughty Twitter. Like, what?
Ugh.
Like, and anybody could just log into Twitter and see you getting banged or sucking or whatever. And it's like, and it's free. Like, what are you doing? Like, at least if you're gonna do it, I believe if you're gonna do it, get paid. Don't do it for free. Like, don't just put it on the internet. Like, I just don't. I like that. I will never understand why people do stuff like that.
This is a judgment-free zone.
No, I'm judging.
No, this is a judgment.
No, I'm judging. I'm sorry. I'm judging because that's crazy to me. It's crazy.
I don't think this is a judgment-free zone, girl. Tony,
this is not a judgment-free podcast. We here. You got us here to give our opinions, and that's my opinion. That if you guys are gonna have sex and put it all over the internet, at least have OnlyFans or just for where someone's paying you to do it. Don't just put it on all over Twitter. I mean, you might put a snippet or a little something just to get people whatever, but these people don't even have OnlyFans. A lot of them don't even have OnlyFans. They're just on Twitter having sex. It's great.
I will say this, that could be their kink.
Right. But I'm sorry.
That could be their kink, and that's what gets them off. And if we're going to be sex positive, we have to learn from that individual. So we could have them on the podcast, and we could say, you know, what fascinates you about this alt Twitter account that is not attached to an OnlyFans account. And I would actually say that it is a kink. There are thousands of kinks in this world. And for me, the beautiful thing is about, one, I'm a journalist and I interview everyone. So getting into someone's head to figure out what they like, and even if that thing isn't something that I'm into, I love learning about it. And so we have to be open to dialogue so we can figure out what that thing is.
My point is that I actually met this guy maybe like 2 years ago. We'd known each other here and there, but then we started like kind of like liking each other and whatever. And then my best friend pulls up his Twitter and shows me his Twitter. And I'm like, and I was done. Like it was just a complete turnoff that he was all over the internet doing that. And I was just like, holy, I don't know. It just turned me off. So I don't know. And like I said, for someone like the himbo I was dating on the show, at least you're getting paid for it. So I can kind of understand that. And like your logic behind it. Like I can't understand the logic behind just being on the internet having sex. Like if that's me being sex, I'm sex negative. If that constitutes someone being sex negative, I'm sex negative if you're doing that. Because I'm not with that.
I don't think that constitutes you as being sex negative. It's your opinion. I think if you were sitting here saying you're disgusting for doing that, you have no shame, you have no morals, you have no values,
I'm not saying that
down for what he's doing, that would be sex negative. I think you saying that it doesn't make sense to you why you're doing that and doing that for free when there's opportunities out there for you to make money, that's not sex negative. I think that is just voicing your opinion on your
right. Like I just wouldn't date someone like that. Like I couldn't date you. You know what I'm saying? Like because for me, I don't understand you. Like I don't understand your logic.
And again, that comes to preference. That has to be a preference. I don't see that as being sex negative.
Okay,
that's my. Right. I don't see it as you being sex negative.
No, because we're still cool. We're still friends. Like me and him. Yeah, me and him are still cool. We're still friends, and I don't judge him. I'm like, if that's what you want to do, but I just can't be your man. Like I can't be. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. And you know, let me chime in on this real quick. Let me chime in on this because so after after my divorce was final and I was fully like done with my ex-husband, I started posting things on my Instagram, and my Instagram started blowing up, like blowing up. And then I went over to Twitter and I started posting things on Twitter. And Twitter wasn't too provocative. Instagram was just shirtless photos. I don't know. I was a big boy, like really, really big. And my Instagram blew up. And then there was just a lot of shirtless photos of me on my Instagram. And I did eventually start doing an OnlyFans because same mindset as you. If people are in my DMs asking, and I'm sending nudes to these people, why am I not going to get paid for it? It doesn't make any sense. So we can come back to that. To come back to continue, you seen someone's Twitter and it turned you off. I was trying to date at that time, and I had one of the dating apps, Tinder, I think. And I gave my Instagram to a couple people, and my Instagram turned them off because what I was showing to the world didn't resonate with them, and they weren't okay with it. And so they ended up not talking to me no more. So it's a personal opinion, and
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I didn't care. I mean, I realized I'm like, okay, well, it's not for everybody. And yeah, I mean, one of the guys I thought was really handsome, but you know, people. I think what happens is people put themselves out there in certain ways, and if it's not received the way that they want it to, they get upset, and it turns into you're sex negative, you're a hater, you're this,
Right.
you're that. Like,
Right.
it's okay to not be accepted by everybody. It's okay if you show on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Not everyone is going to like that. And that's the
Yeah.
thing is you have to be okay with everyone not liking what you're doing. As long as you like it, I continued. I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Me too.
spread a lot of
Like
positivity with my
I have
posts.
what you call people might call a naughty IG. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
people have to pay. You have to pay to see me without clothes on. You're not gonna. I'm not showing. I gave free for years on the apps and stuff. Now, if you want to see me naked, especially now that I've been on TV, please, you gotta pay to see. If you want to see it, you gotta pay. And I'm not having
What's funny
sex or
is
nothing. It's just me without clothes on. So
yeah.
it's fine. I'm not doing anything crazy. But people pay. So if you're gonna pay, like I said, to me, if you're gonna do it, at least get paid for it. I don't understand. I maybe it's a generational thing, where people, I'm just not understanding because I'm from a different generation than them. Why you would
Because
be
back in our day,
on?
we didn't.
Huh?
I said back in our day when we were younger, we didn't. We didn't
It's
have.
always so. Victor, you've been very quiet. I need you to
Well, I
chime in
can't get
on
a word
this.
in. I can't
No,
get a
come
word
on. I'm giving you the floor. You look like you're in the closet. You gotta come out the closet.
Yes. I think that got rid of it. That got rid of it. Perfect.
You're giving me closet vibes. You're making me nervous.
Yes. So I will say that there is a sex positive organization called Onyx, and it's for people of color in the
Yeah,
leather.
I know Onyx. Yeah.
And so I have learned a lot about kinks through them. And they opened up my eyes to this new world of possibilities. And so whenever they have different events, and typically they have them at the Eagle, I try to go. And I have met some of the most incredible people through Onyx. And I think there's another group that it's more for like Latino men. It's called Payasos. They really don't have a lot of events anymore. But like they would do a lot of demos. And so what is it? Oh my gosh, I forget the name of it, but like rope play was a thing.
Yeah.
Candle wax, melting it on the body is a thing. And so I would say we have to have deeper conversations with people to learn what excites them. And even if it doesn't excite us, it's just, we should just be learning more about, things that are out there that we don't know about. So that's my thing, effective communication, talking to people, because, that's how we know if we might enjoy a new kink. And so I think that would be a good segue to a new topic. And so let's talk about fantasies and kinks.
Okay.
So when do you think the term kink was first used? What year?
Boy, this is not trivia contest. I don't know.
It sure is. It sure
I don't
is.
All I
freaking
can think
know.
about is I have a kink in my neck. I don't
Right,
know.
exactly. Girl,
Just guess.
I'm on my
Don't put her
phone. I
in
can't
charge.
Google that. I can't Google the
Just
answer.
guess. Just guess.
1975.
1973.
You both are incorrect. The word kink was first used in 1623, and it may have originated from Dutch. So people have been exploring kinks and fantasies for a very long time.
So Victor, because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Mhm.
Like, I cannot picture you having sex. I don't know why. For my life, I have tried. I cannot picture you having sex. Like, I just can't. Like,
Well,
so
you
I
should.
need you to tell me, what is your favorite thing to do during sex? Like, what turns you on? Like, what will make you like, you know.
I know.
Now, how you know?
We've had these conversations before.
That's the real tea. That's the real tea. How you know?
We've had
If
conversations.
you
Mm.
want to turn me on, you have to feed me in bed. I want desserts in bed.
Like, he was getting turned on watching
God, you
Cosby, those donuts.
are putting me to sleep. What is that?
You have to feed me.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
No, this full just like you do.
I don't. I like getting.
Oh, whatever.
No, I'm joking. It's both ways.
Yes. So
And so, what turns you on? Sir, at the bottom.
Me?
Yes,
Kissing my
caliente,
neck.
cooler, huh?
Just kissing my neck. I could be not in the mood, tired, exhausted, just like done.
Oh my God!
You start kissing me on my neck, it's done. We're on.
You know what's
we're having
crazy?
sex.
You want to hear
What?
something crazy?
Yeah, tell me.
Season 1 of the show, I said that exact same thing at the reunion, and they cut it out.
Really?
I said the back of my neck is like, forget about it. Like, I could be
like right
done,
here.
not dealing with you, mad at you. If you start messing with the back of my neck, it's a wrap. It's going down.
Yeah.
And I said that and they cut it. I was like, no.
And you know what's so funny? This is what's so funny. Okay. Now that I think it's funny, my ex-husband knew this, and he would complain that we wouldn't do it all the time. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, all you gotta do is kiss my neck.
Right. You know what turns me on. So just do it.
That's all you gotta do. Like, instead you grab my balls, and like that's supposed to be, oh yeah, I'm turned on now. I just worked 18 hours. I'm let's go. No, all you gotta do is kiss my neck. That's all you gotta do. Anybody. Not anybody, but
What? So, all right. So we did the turn
what's
on.
yours?
I just told you the back of my neck too.
Same.
We did the turn. So what's the turn offs? Like, what would be like? Get off me.
I don't have any like turn-offs because I believe in effective communication and we can have a conversation. But I would say that not telling me what you like is a turn-off because you
Oh
want
my God.
some people aren't comfortable with that.
You're
Like
so
have you
like
like I
cerebral.
rem-
Like
I rem-
everything about you, Victor, is so cerebral.
oh my
It's like
God.
killing me.
So I will give you an example. So when I was younger, I met this guy and we decided to hook up. But we actually didn't have like an in-depth conversation before it happened. And so, we were getting into it and he just seemed like he was disinterested. And I'm trying to like, figure things out. And it was just a horrible experience. But he later told me that it was his first time hooking up with a man. And I'm like, oh, like, you should have told me that. And you didn't, he was still trying to like learn what he was into. And so even like second, third, fourth time, it took a lot of like training. Like, okay,
You're supposed to
like,
turn him out. You're supposed to teach him what he like.
no, but it's like we were doing different things. So it's like, okay, do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like this?
Listen,
Okay.
my first boyfriend, he turned me out. Like I was like, Lord Jesus, I like this, I like that, because he was doing these things to me. So I was like, oh, this feel good. Oh, that feel good. You know what I mean? Like,
But I think he was uncomfortable talking about it. And so
yeah.
that's what made it just
Some
like,
people are shy like that.
Well, if it was his first time, then yeah, he's gonna be uncomfortable.
yeah. But we could have had a
You know?
conversation about that though. Like we could
And
have had a conversation.
Nicholas, what is your turn off?
Okay, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna say, I don't care if I get shit for it or I'm told I'm sex negative by somebody. A bottom that does not take care of himself before I top him. And that maybe goes for everybody.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't be painting. Don't paint. Paint is
yeah.
the worst. Like, don't paint. Yeah, paint.
I don't know.
You
It's
dead
been a
on it.
while since It's been a
I'm
while
kicking
since
you
I've been with
out. You
anybody.
gotta go. If you paint, you got to go.
Wait, wait, wait a minute. So, okay, I will say this. I am a top, but I understand that everyone's body is different. And it also depends on the top's size. So if you
True.
are a bigger person in the downstairs department, a lot of things can happen inside of a bottom with you.
I'm not talking about that. I
Well, no.
understand.
Oh,
I'm
I
just,
thought
I'm
you,
just,
That
that's what I
happens.
thought you were talking
no,
about. I'm sorry.
no. But that's one part of it. And so, you have to be mindful that, this person, they probably tried to do everything, but it just happened that they had an incident. Like
I'm
you
not
shouldn't.
talking. I'm
No, but
talking about the
I
guys that.
thought that's what I
I'm
talked
referring to
about
what
that.
Tony said. I'm referring to what Tony said.
What do you
So,
mean by
Oh,
not taking care of themselves then?
well, wait, I wasn't done. I wasn't
Oh, I'm
done.
oh,
sorry.
go
I'm
And
ahead.
sorry.
Go
so
you.
you have to, you know, you can't be an a-hole about it. Um, just, say, it happened, wash up, take a shower, do what you need to do, and let's get back into it. Nicholas?
So
Yes,
what were
I'm
you?
not.
What?
So let me elaborate. I wasn't talking about accidents. Those things happen. I'm not talking about that. That I can deal with. Sometimes, if you're in the mood, you can even plow through it, depending on what's going on and how bad it is. It could be a small little thing, no big deal, all good. Here's a towel. Let's go. I'm talking about back in the day when I used to have a um hookup lifestyle when I slept around with guys, and I would have a guy come
You was a
over
whore.
who was not showered, not clean, not
Oh
ready to
yeah.
go. Like, that is what I'm talking. That's a turnoff.
Yeah, that's turn off.
That's my sexual turnoff. You guys want to know what another turnoff is? when I'm talking to somebody, we're barely texting. I like you. Bye. Click. Delete. Block. You don't know me enough to like me.
We
Yeah,
talk
We
about
haven't even talked
sex.
on the
We're
phone.
not talking about dating yet. We talk about sex.
So
That's just
this
those are
is
my two turnoffs.
so for me, that's a opportunity to that is an opportunity to correct that situation easily. You could easily say, hey, you know what? I want to do something with you right now. Let's get in the shower. I want to wash your back. Can you wash my back? You take foreplay from the bedroom to the shower. That way you take care of the problem.
It will never be clean like that.
No, if you have a bottom coming to your house, your
It would never
bottom,
be clean like that.
let me look. I'm verse more top than bottom. If I'm going to some guy's house,
Nah.
I'm gonna take a shower. I'm going to make sure and lotion, and I'm gonna make is nice and clean. Okay, there's
Right.
no oops. I just came from the gym and I'm here and I'm
Right.
dirty and I'm sweaty and we're not doing that.
Right.
You know you're gonna go have sex, and unfortunately, in the gay world, unless you're a side, if you are having sex, you have to to have sex. And that is what a turnoff is when a guy comes over and he's not prepared to fully have sex with me. That is disgusting. It is unhygienic, and it is just what's the point? For what?
All right. Can
What?
I say my turnoffs, please?
Yes, girl. Tell me your turnoffs. Let's hear it.
Yes, Miss Thing. Calm down.
Let's go,
All right.
girl. You wanted my
Because
energy,
I
bitch.
didn't
I'm
let y'all
here.
go for a long time. All right. I got two. Number one, don't smack my head. Oh, that pisses me off. Do not smack my. I don't know, because turns me off. Like I'm gonna immediately shove you off me or whatever. I don't know. Number two is you cannot. I repeat, cannot have a than me. A bigger. I'm sorry. I didn't say. I didn't say than me. It turns
That's
me
a
off.
turn off.
It turns me off. Yes. I need to be the only king in the jungle. Yes. I don't know. It's just it might be an ego thing, whatever. If you have me, it's a turn off.
Those are not real turnoffs, either of yours. First of all,
How
see,
are you
that's
going
where
to
you have to.
disregard?
That's where you.
How
How
That's
are you
where
that's
going to say
the
that?
turn offs?
That's where communication comes in. You tell
You're being
them.
sex negative right now, Victor.
How, you tell them. One of my turnoffs is if somebody smacks my behind, and then if the size of their is an issue, you know what a trick is?
No.
Learn their underwear size and buy them a jockstrap and tell them that they can't take it off. Problem solved.
Listen, who got time for
Can
that?
I tell you? Let me just say this: if I was talking to a guy and he's approached me how you approached me, Victor, I would be turned off.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's
I'd be
too
turned off.
analytical. It's too analytical.
Yeah.
It's too
What
it's
are
too
you
analytical.
talking
Like,
about?
right, like, listen, I'm gonna go with the flow in the moment, but I probably want to hook up with them again because I'm like, nah, I'm good on that. Because usually guys that are well endowed, I would say, eventually they want to use it. They might, they
What?
might bottom for
Go
you
out of my room. Go out
for
of
a
my room.
while, but then eventually they're going to use it. So I'm just like, that's why I don't know. Like, that's been my experience. So I was just like, when I see
So
someone
you're
that's like,
concerned more so it's more them wanting to
right, like, because I
Okay.
know, like, eventually they're going to be like, oh, it's my turn. Like, what? Excuse me? It's not happening. It's not
That's
happening,
a good
Captain.
that's a
Huh?
good segue into our next topic,
Okay.
exploring desires in a safe and fun way. So I have a question for you all. How can you go about exploring your desires with a new sexual partner?
Listen, I tell people up front what's up.
Okay.
I tell them
Yeah.
you're gonna get smacked around. You're gonna get your hair
Yeah.
pulled. You're gonna get you're gonna get it's WWF. Like you're getting beat up. Like I tell them right away, like this is what's gonna happen. So and they're either they with it or they're not.
Nick.
I mean,
It's
I could do the
it's
sensual thing too, but when it's just a hookup or something like that, no, you're getting beat down. I'm sorry.
you know, it starts off with the conversation. I Me now, where I'm at mentally with dating and sex and stuff like that, is a different is a different outlook than what I had when I was in the hookup stage of my life or even just single. Um, because you do have that conversation. You know, there's the whole like if you're on Grinder or one of the dating apps, there's the what are you into? I'm a top. I'm into biting. I'm into kissing. I'm into choking. I'm into this. So there's
Biting.
never yeah. Um, you know, I don't feel like there's ever been an issue for me personally to discuss what I'm into. Now, my problem is that I'm verse. And kind of like how Tony has a problem with that because he knows I don't want to top him. My problem is if you're smaller than me, not just physically, if you're physically smaller than me, I cannot let you top me. You have to be bigger than me if you're gonna top me. I can't, I did it one time and it was actually the last guy I was with, and it was good sex, and I enjoyed it. But that was like a one-time thing because we had like a really good connection and we had great conversation, and so you know I have that also, where if you're bigger than me, it's hard for me to want to top you. But if you're smaller than me, like I'm gonna, and it's not gonna be easy for me to let you top me. It's
It's
a
a mental
dominance thing.
thing. It's a
It's a
mental.
mental
It's a
thing.
mental thing. It's the same thing with me. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I topping this guy and he's you know what I mean? Like it don't like in my brain, it doesn't compute. Like I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of bottoms who are well endowed and don't and they'll
Yeah.
rather bottom all day long. So it's just one of those things. But I don't know. It's not something I'm totally not into, but it's something I'm like I've definitely turned guys down like when they sent me the D pick and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, nah, I'm good, man. Like, I don't
So
know.
What
I
about you, Victor?
so I want to free you both from your draconian idea around these things. And I want to tell you that if you are if the goal of sex is to receive pleasure, those
Mhm.
other things shouldn't matter. So
No, it does matter.
I want you to step into this modern world and I want you
No,
I
no.
want you to think differently.
No,
So I'm giving
but
you
sex
I'm
for
giving no no no
someone
no
so
wait.
cerebral,
I'm giving you homework assignments. So Daddy Tony,
this is not class. What is happening?
Daddy Tony, your assignment
This is
is
not
to find
class.
find a bottom who is bigger than you down there and to
Mhm.
explore that. And Nick,
Not happening.
your goal is to find a bottom who just left the gym and you hook up.
with
So
the funky, the funky.
Hold on.
for the next episode, you have to report back how that experience was.
Well, I am on both of us. We're on celibacy journeys.
Victor, I haven't had sex in 2 years, 2 months, and 9 days. I'm counting now because it's getting really bad. You think I'm
And
gonna
I
have
haven't
sex for the first time with a man who left the gym who is prepared? Girl, you done lost your goddamn mind.
and I haven't messed around since LA. Since we were there for the Love of Dills premiere. I have not messed around since I've been back home. So
Oh,
I've been well, you know, I talked to you guys about what my personal stuff going on. So it just
yeah.
it hasn't been in the forefront of my mind. You know what I mean? Like it's way back there. So I'm not looking for no big D top. I mean big D bottom. But I have a question for y'all. Season 1 for the Love of Dills. Season 2 for the Love of Dills. Season 3 for the Love of Dills. Who is y'all favorite himbo? Like what himbo I
Nick
would
Mask.
holler at him in real life.
Nick Mask. I met him. He when they were there filming. When I got there,
You said that quick? Who is it? Nick who?
Mask from season 2.
Okay, the little muscly one.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I used to follow him a long time ago, and then I don't know. I cleaned up my Instagram, whatever. I unfollowed him,
Huh.
and then I seen him, and then I met him at the Dilf Mansion when I got there before everybody got there, and him and all the other himbos came, and I was like, oh my god, I would tear you up right now.
All right, let me
But
ask you a question about him. Like, is he better looking in person?
I think he's hot.
Because to me, it didn't really resonate on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like he was all right on TV. Like it didn't really make me be like,
Everyone is beautiful.
No, I'm just saying.
God, Victor.
He was hot on TV. He was cute and everything on TV, but it wasn't like I'm tuning in for this dude. No, it wasn't. It didn't give
You
that
should
for
be
me.
tuning in to hear what they have to say, not about how they look.
I'm gonna listen. I'm about to take a flight to LA and slap you because what are you talking about? We are watching a TV show. We watch a TV show. We don't, and we already know he wasn't that, you know, cerebral.
Wow. Out of season
But anyway,
one,
I'm sorry.
out
I
of season 1, season 2, season 3, my favorite himbo is Danny.
Next. All right, we got. I'm gonna tell who mine was because that's Cat. That is straight Cat right there. Cat all day long. You gonna say that with a straight face?
I'm being honest.
Oh my god. All right, never mind. All right, we're gonna go with it. You should put a disclaimer at the bottom.
Wait, do you want a person from each season?
No. Out of all three, the one you would be like, yes, I wanna get down and dirty with that one.
Yeah, definitely Nick Mask. Nick for sure.
Y'all already know who I'm gonna say.
Jay? Who?
Rico.
Tokyo.
I am going to delete this section because it is way too messy. No.
Rico Prada. To me, he's the hottest. He is the hottest himbo from all the seasons.
Since I'm not
After a long night of cooking.
He stands.
Continue.
No, for me, Rico, to me, he's the hottest himbo from all the seasons. Nobody is hotter than him to me. And yeah, I would definitely.
Yeah, Rico. I will say I forgot about Rico. I'd probably say Nick and Rico. Yeah, Rico's fine.
Yeah, season 2 has some baddies. Season 2
Oh my gosh.
has some bad boys in there.
What about daddies? Would any of you guys hook up with any of the daddies from any of the seasons?
No.
No. Absolutely not. You know what? When I first saw Alex from season 1, first of all, I got to the house. It was like midnight. I got to the house. The room was completely dark. They was like, "This is your bed, whatever." So the room is dark. I see Alex get up in like the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. He had like a mohawk, he was butt naked. He went to the bathroom. I'm like, oh my God, who in the world is that? I'm like, we lost. I'm like, I lost. I'm not winning this show. He's gonna win. Who in the world is that? So he turned me on initially, but like after they turned the lights on and everything like that, I was like, oh, he all right. But that's my one. If I had to sleep with a daddy, it would be him.
Okay.
If you had to sleep with a daddy, who would you sleep with? Nick, Victor.
For me,
If gun to your head.
season 1, season 2, season 3,
Yes.
the only one that stands out is Victor. So I would sleep with him. I would make a clone of myself and sleep with myself.
I swear to God, I am booking a flight. I'm booking a flight. I'm about to hurt you. I'm booking a flight to LA to slap you. All right, sir. The last one is you. If you had to sleep with a daddy, gun to your head.
I don't need a gun. I don't need a gun to my head.
You already know.
I would sleep with Patrick. In a heartbeat, I would sleep with Patrick.
Meaty. All I'm going to say about him is mediocre. That's all I say.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's just dry. Like, it's mediocre. Like, first of all, if you only talk about
his booty is.
Come on now.
He is fine.
So we are reaching the hour mark.
First of all, he wasn't even a daddy. He was more of a himbo.
Oh my gosh. We are reaching the
Maybe that's
hour
why I
mark.
think he's hot. I don't know.
So for the remaining topic, it's open. Was there anything that you all wanted to share that you didn't have a chance to share earlier?
I think.
Wait, I have my notes. Hold on. I have my notes.
Put on your readers so you can see them.
Call me out like that. I don't even know where they are.
Cussing, Tony. Tony, there's no cussing on this podcast. You cannot.
I'm sorry.
You have to edit it out.
Heifer, don't call me out like that. But I am gonna put on my glasses. Oh, so our moniker that we posted today on IG, it called I made them up, but I called Nick the father, I called Victor the poet, and I called myself the model. So, because I feel like those are things we're all into, you know. And so for anybody out there who liked us on the show or like our IG or like us just in real life or whatever, what is one tip you would give that person out there that if they wanted to date you, like what's a tip you would give them, like dating someone that's into poetry or dating someone who has children or dating someone who's into fashion like me? We're gonna go around and just give a tip for these people.
I love creative dates. And so I love a museum. I love a museum. And so you have to think outside of the box with dates. A restaurant is cute to go to, but I mean, I can take myself out to eat anytime. Start out at a beautiful exhibit that's new. Um, we could then go to a park and have a light lunch. Then go to like a tea shop and have a pot of tea, and then go like to some place like just like some random place like you know what I like? I don't know what is happening. But like some
Because you
people I've
like,
never seen.
wait, time out.
I'm only laughing because Tony's laughing. I'm not
Time
laughing
out.
at you, Victor.
Listen, you are like, it's like a rom-com. Like, you like, it's a rom-com date. Like, what is going on?
Oh my god.
You on the sky? Like, I feel like I watched that on TV a few weeks ago or something. Like, the hell you talking about, bro? Like, this is real
So
life. It's not
end
rom-com.
it end it with something like unexpected. I don't know, like an original like printing press like space. Take me there. And
How
I'll call
about
you.
giving you in the bathroom at the of the
What?
museum? How about that?
Oh my god. That way we can lead to the bedroom and have explosive intercourse.
Okay, you brought it home. You was wearing me out at first, but you brought it home.
The
All right,
question
sir.
was, what? Wait, read your question again. Read your question again.
I want you to give people tips of dating someone who is into poetry.
So that's what I gave you.
Okay, it was dry, but okay.
All
I'm not laughing at you, Victor. I'm laughing at Tony. I promise you.
Nicholas, it's on you, sir. It's your foray.
You know, I don't know. I
So
haven't.
someone dating someone with kids. You
Oh,
want me
I
to come
mean,
back to you? You want me to come back to you
no,
while you think about
no,
it?
no, no. Because I have a life outside of kids. Like my kids go home to their dad. You know, I have 50-50 custody. So I
Okay.
have, I guess, someone that is patient, someone that is understanding of my schedule with the kids, somebody that is also just as equally busy with their own life, and is excited to see me when we don't have the kids, or when and be ready to blend our lives together eventually once we get to that point of our relationship. Someone that likes to help with homework, someone that likes to go outside with the kids and ride their
That's a
fucking bikes
homework
with them while
child.
I'm making dinner. Like that's kind of what my life is Monday through Friday. And then when I don't have the kids, we're gonna wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and you don't know what's gonna happen. Like I could make
And
you
go on a
coffee
hike.
and we can hang out, or I'm gonna tell you let's go. We're gonna go drive 3 hours to Tahoe to go look at the snow and have pizza and then come home. Like I don't know, like that's just kind of like my life and how it's crazy. Like you just gotta be ready. You just gotta be ready because you never know what you're gonna get when you're hanging out with me. I don't know. I guess
Okay.
we can also come back to that when I actually start dating somebody.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess that's it.
For me, when you're dating someone, who is into fashion and their clothes and their whole like aesthetic, you have to just be mindful of that. Like, don't wear, certain things that's gonna be like, I'm gonna look at you crazy. You know what I mean? Like, just you probably have to check in with me first before you get dressed.
No, 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 no.
Because wait, if I know you're a fashionable guy, then I'm not, do your thing. But if we go on our first date and I'm like, and you got on like,
Old Navy.
no, Old Navy got fly. I love Old Navy. No, if you got on like church shoes or just not cool, like uncool clothing. You don't have to be so trendy and you don't have to be whatever, but you just have to look nice.
Yeah.
And don't be outdated, be up to date with your fashions. You know what I mean? Your clothes. I shouldn't have to side eye you or something like that. Like that I'm just saying, like, if you're dating someone who's into that, because their whole thing is gonna be the whole couple aesthetic. Like their whole thing is gonna be like that. Like it's visual for them. For me, it's visual. Like, but it's probably why I'm still single, because it's visual for me. Like, if I don't see it visually, I can't do it.
Have you ever went on a date with someone and they didn't look the part, and so you didn't want to continue dating them?
No.
Okay. So
I went on dates with people who, wasn't up to par on the fashion side or whatever. And I'll just slowly start changing their style. Like, I'll just be like, you know what I mean? I'll be like, you should wear this and not that. Or let's go to the mall.
That kind of comes, I think that comes naturally when you're dating somebody. You pick up the other person's style.
Not me. Not me. No. My style is my style. But I'm just saying, like, if I don't think you're fashionable, like, I've dated guys who are fashionable, I've dated guys who are not fashionable. And if I don't think you're fashionable, I'm just gonna start suggesting things you should wear or not wear.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'll give you.
But what I'm saying is, for my tip though, for dating someone who if you've seen their Instagram or if you've seen them on TV or whatever, you like, oh, this guy dresses nice or he does whatever. Like, just be mindful of that. Like, when you come out with that person, put on some nice stuff. Don't just show up looking whatever. You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys come out on dates or whatever, and their sneakers will be choking the chicken, and you know what I mean? Or their clothes are ill-fitted. Like, come on. Like, let's just be mindful, because that person is so into their aesthetic and they want the person they date to be into their aesthetic as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. When you're dating someone who dresses well or thinks they dress well, because some people might think I dress whack. I don't know. But in my mind, I dress in my mind, I dress well, and I've been told I dress well. And
so, for anyone
you do dress very nice. You dress very, very nice.
Listening to this,
thank you, Nicholas.
For anyone that's
and I even told you that some of your outfits that you wore on your season, I was inspired to buy a couple things to wear on my season. I told you that.
Yes,
so
you did.
For anyone listening to this, if you want to go on a date with Tony, make sure you go to Canal Street, pick up those fly pieces, and mix them up with your Temu and your Shein, and you'll be good to go.
Listen. Fashion or style, I'm not going to say fashion. Style has nothing to do with how much money you got. Nothing. You can get stuff from Shein. You can get stuff from Old Navy. You can get stuff from the Gap, wherever. One of my favorite places to shop is Fashion Nova, and the stuff is cheap. It's not expensive. You know what I mean? But every time I get dressed, people comment like, oh, this is nice. I like this. I like that. You know what I mean? So that's why. And I used to have a clothing business. So it's in my DNA to just dress. And I think my clothes are taking over my apartment. I have so much clothes. But yeah. And people are like, but people send me clothes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so they send me clothes to, model on Instagram. So it's just a thing that I'm into. So I'm just saying, if you're dating someone who is that much into style and fashion, whatever, just be mindful of what you are wearing when you hang out with them. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
All right.
So I am so excited that we made it to episode 1. So, Daddy Tony, tell us what we're talking about for our next episode.
We are going to explore relationships, whether they're open, closed, or your preference. Like, can you be in an open relationship or can you not? So basically, open relationships, yay or nay. And you'll find out my answer next episode.
Yes. So stay tuned for episode 2 of the Daddy Love podcast.
And we're going to talk
Everyone have
more
a great-
DILFs, more himbos, and all of that.
Yes.
Peace.
So stay tuned,
Bye, guys.
everyone.
Not the confetti.